What is going on? I'm feeling great. Um, it's the last day of December. I'm not a New Year's guy, however, not going to celebrate around, the countdown, nor I don't watch TV. Seeing the countdown, but um, yeah, feeling pretty great. Just giving you an update of my mental health currently, especially the last day of December. Um, moods can actually change naturally. Um, um, we're all human, so I can't really be pessimistic or optimistic all the time. So yeah, we're just neutral, just having neutral moods, if that make any sense. So I'm feeling pretty optimistic. Um, just bought me some pizza. Bought me some few items from Target, not too far from my house. Um, just a very good walk. A little bit cold outside. Um, but I've been really grateful that I'm still here. Um, I'm probably gonna call my grandmother, see how she's doing. Um, later on today, and tomorrow I'm gonna, go to my friend's house, and it is Monday. Today is Sunday, but yeah, I'm definitely going to my friend's house, like either tomorrow morning or afternoon. More is probably like leaning towards more like the afternoon. See how he's doing. Going back home. Next day I'll be work. Um, so yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Just giving an update of like I'm about to like go to town. Meaning that I'm gonna play some video games, eat some pizza, drink some that full gallon of Arizona with the half lemon and half iced tea. Just gonna drink some of that and just having a good time. I'm just feeling sunny, if you will. Um, Even though it's like cloudy outside, but that it's not really affecting my mood. Even though at a point where I do have like seasonal affective disorder, even though I live in Ohio and it can get like really cold and affecting my mood, so it can put me in a grizzly state, in the near future around this season. So, however, I can't wait till the season's over with. So I'm not. I'm kind of like a. It's like a love and hate relationship with this season. I like it when it's like sunny outside and then there's like snow on the ground and then it's still cold outside. So and it's like the hate part of it is like cloudy and then it's like still snow on the ground and I don't know, it just kind of put me in a lonely, much more emotionally tilted state. Best way to put it. Um, so yeah, what I'm gonna talk about is it's really gonna talk about um, basically like this goes back to the video I was talking about earlier uh, yesterday. My earlier video was talking about like the personality clash I have like salsa dancing. Um, yeah, like I'm not to admit though, I'm sort of like introvert slash ambivert, which means I can be extrovert and introvert. But there are certain things I can be. I think there's like a 5% of the time I'm actually extrovert with certain activities, and 95% I'm like introvert with something. If somebody can relate to, you know, uh, what I'm saying about that. But I'm just, getting to the groove of things. But I was talking to my friend last night about the up the uphill battle with extrovert males and like introverted males. So I was like the introvert. Not saying I'm an easy target when it comes to being intimidated, but I'm not gonna, like I said before, again in my other video, I'm not gonna allow like people to intimidate me, whether it's female or males. So I don't really care what gender you are, and I'm not gonna be like holding back, like my anger, my reactions, but I'm gonna play it cool, you know. Even though there was a lack of sense of belonging there, I still like maintain. And there was like misconstrued. It was a bit misconstrued what I was saying on the video. Like I hung in there, like I still had a good time. It's just that there again was like a emotional, spiritual collision with other like men in there. So looks can be deceiving. Excuse me. Looks can be actually deceiving when it comes to like seeing me as physically inferior. Like I'm not like that skinny. I'm not like anorexic or anything or weak or fall into like any state of physical feebleness. But I'm pretty much physically stable. Still work out. On the side note, I'm about to try to be on this hip flexibility thing in a minute. The flexibility machine I'm using, and it actually put well an effect on my hips and like put my hips into like much well structured, stretched and pretty much refreshed around the mid area. But yeah, I work out 4 days a week. I don't work out all the time, um, but however, I'm gonna be well adjusted and like focus, like have like an app where I'm gonna do like a workout pointer at home. Like I don't do gyms at all. Like not again, it's not an intimidating factor. It's just that I have to like keep my mental health. Sorry, my arm's starting to itch. I just had to keep my mental health intact and stable. It's just that I don't like being in a gym with other people. I have like a body bar that I work out with, and like I do like martial arts exercises as well. So, speaking of that, I'm gonna do some martial arts training. When it gets warm, I've been like real busy with work and stuff, and I've been like real lazy. That goes back to like social media, take a mental, you know, toll on me. And as far as like looking at adulterous things and things I shouldn't be looking at, and that's just to the point where things go left, if that make any sense. It's just like it was starting to get too much this past year, but I was just trying to keep like do some like home renovation for the most part. So I took martial arts in a hiatus, but you know, I just made me want to do knuckle push-ups after this, but wish I was in warmer weather just doing martial arts, but yeah, not trying to get off a tangent, um but I just don't really understand like being an introvert. No, people want you to like expect you to speak up. People expect you to be open, and again, that correlates to what happened at the salsa event. So, like, no matter how hard you try to be open, it's, you know, it's just hard to, like, reflect on people. And, like, the old saying, like, it's like talking to people like a wall. So it's like talking to a wall around people. So it's like, you know, it's really confusing, a bit frustrating, and society get introverts more misconstrued and confusing and yet laughable to a sense that, you know, it's a telltale. Like, well, he's not active, he's not talkative, which I am, but it's like people won't let you, you know, talk to them, or it's like a certain group. It's like it's hard to congregate with people, and I'm a congregating person. It's just hard to relate to certain topics. You don't know what topics I'm talking about, and I don't know what topics you have in mind. My interest is different than yours, and vice versa. So I can't really be angry about it. I'm not that angered about it. It's just that I'm angered that, like, people misconstrued my personality, and that I'm not, that I'm like closed mouth or verbally milk toast. If you don't know what milk toast is, look it up in the dictionary. But it was like, yeah, maybe I'm not talkative. It's just that it's just hard to get to know people. And what was the point of, like, trying to know somebody when they're toxic to begin with? Should I pursue a conversation with a particular toxic person? Should I show interest, or should I extend more the conversation with a negative person? I really don't understand. Like, I just can't, like, push or strive an extra mile to, like, force people to like me. It's just a waste of time. And that comes to my understatement and what I'm saying, like, assumptions are dangerous, expectations are dangerous, because you expect something to happen real great, but when you apply it to reality, it's much different. And it's sort of like it puts you in a make you and break you type of state, you know. Um, but again, I feel blessed to, like, live another day. Um, I feel, pretty optimistic, genuinely. Um, Again, if you hear, like, the chirping sound, like, you know, like, in my apartment, that's not me. That's out in the hallway. So I'm in my own apartment, so literally you can't hear nothing from here. And I did check my alarm clock, my alarm. So I say alarm clock, but I checked the alarm on top of my bathroom door, and you don't hear anything except for outside. So literally, I like literally the last day of December, and people keep, like, commenting me about. Sorry if I'm going on a tangent, but people in the comment section is saying that, like, I have, like, a alarm chirping and stuff, which was not me the whole entire time. So that's outside of my apartment. If you thought it was me, so yeah. Um, I'm just definitely gonna play some Uncharted 4 and GTA 5, respectively. And you see, you hear it again. I need to talk to my landlord about that one, but it's out of my hands at this point. So, I'm actually doing great. But again, I'm just laughing at society and their folklores about introverts, like we look like murderers and, like we're sad and, we're looking feeble minded, physically and verbally feeble. But it's better to be alone, to be with other people who don't want them to be around them. So like I'm not really bothered by that. In retrospect, definitely yeah. But currently and looking on to the future, I'm not I'm not that worried. Like I feel impervious. Very impervious. So I'm just, relaxing, having Papa John's right in front of me. Maybe just gonna read the Sean James book that I just posted on YouTube, The Man Crisis, which I got from my mom's house, and I got like other variety of books. Um, Unfortunately, I can't even find like a place to place my bookshelf, and my apartment is like big, not small either at the same time. The best way to describe it, but I just don't have no place for it until I have like until moving on to like the next apartment. Um, so I'm pretty blessed. I can't say that enough. Like I'm really helpless, and I'm pretty grateful going throughout this year and like living alone. Making through this year. I feel way better, like 10,000%. So, yeah, but if you're going through this as an introvert, like, don't feel worried or sad or depressed. Because I went through that too. Like, I felt like I was in a quote unquote, uh, emotionally, like, life support. Um, Meaning that like I was like on to the point like I was on tilt, like I was gonna like act out and doing the wrong things that put me in a sinister road. Um, but like I recovered, I pulled through, dug out of my grave, and just seeing like the color, the colorful side of things besides seeing the black and gray. Um, so yeah, like it's just like real confusing, like where like you feel misunderstood and like society place you in a box where like just because going off of your physical appearance, well, he's good looking or is he ugly? You know, he's looking okay, or he drives a Mustang, or he rides the bus. Like, he has a hunchback. You know, he looks angry and like he looks intimidating and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I can go on, but you don't know what people do behind closed doors. And that's why, women get overlooked or don't really take the consideration of asking men questions. So they are attracted to men who has like money and stuff and like who are millionaires. And you don't know if that particular millionaire is a murderer, introvert, an artist. You don't know what he went through before he was a millionaire. I mean, if you get what I'm saying. So, like, he wasn't have a silver spoon in his mouth and all of a sudden became a millionaire. Like, that doesn't work that way. People come from different upbringings throughout the world. Um, Like I have a friend who I talked to yesterday, last night. Like I'm friends with his father, and his father is in a wheelchair, and he's not in like in a grizzly state, or is he pessimistic? Like he had throughout his teens, um, and he's like 70. No, how old is he? I think he's. What year is this? Okay, so 1946. So basically, he's like 77 years old in a like bound in a wheelchair, and like still like making moves and like going to like networking with other people, traveling over the world. Like you can't really beat that. Like it was never taught to him. So like he really inspired me, and he did teach me some things throughout life. As far as um just keeping it like organized, um like him and his father taught me like several things. Um and I just want to thank them for that one. So, but like it's just that like you just gotta open up to people that who are like minded like you. Like it's real dangerous to be closed minded, and that's when the stress creeps in. Health ailments appear, and trust me, that happened to my mom because she stressed out a lot, and she had like a lot of ailments in her life, and she had to rely on a pacemaker. Um, that keeps her going. So I gotta get me something to drink. Hold on, I gotta drink. Mouth is like real dry. Ugh. Man. But you just gotta like live life. It's the last day of December. Whew. Can't wait to eat my pizza. Um, yeah, like I'm definitely okay. Um, I like women just don't know, and there's like an increase. On a side note, there is an increase. I just noticed something about the increase of homeless women. Um, I just saw like a couple of women while I was going to Target before and after. They were like lingering on the street. There was like this one white lady. She was saying like had a sign saying I'm homeless and I'm pregnant, and she was like by the red light, right where like it's like a strip like on the curvature of Amazon, Canes, and Starbucks. Um, yeah, and there's a black lady. She was like carrying like a suit, not a suitcase, but like a rolling bag, and she was like I probably can tell she was like homeless, and so because she was like standing near like lingering Target as well. So I think there's like a slowly but surely. I may be wrong. There's gonna be an increase or progression of homeless women in 2024. Sounds a bit, you know, overwhelming, but at the same time, And then I think this is like, it is just pretty much correlates to like men like done with dating. Um, they're kicking homeless women out. These women or men who are bound to be homeless and can't even find a home. You know, like I guess that's it. I'm not for sure, but I think there's an indication where there'll be an increase of homeless women. So I guess if that's the case, then God has turned the tables on women. So can't make this stuff up. But yeah, I love living my introverted life. I love it. Thinking about getting back to drawing. Sometime next year, eventually, when I get my stuff together. It's just this past year, especially living by myself. Um, I'm happy. I'm actually happy. But just gotta move on. You know, don't let nobody like dim your light. Despite of your troubling and your struggles. So being introverted and and extroversion is not that bad either. Um, not all that bad. But it's just that how you apply to it is um it's just certain extroversion. Like I don't really go to bars, even though I do, to watch like sports games, of course. And I get like women be like looking at me attractive, but they're scared to talk to me, and I get it, and I don't really care. So I'm I'm not feeble or a wimp or anything. It's just that I'm a normal dude. So I can't really put like a fake tough persona. Despite me working out, I don't really care. Like, yeah, men trying to like flex and like look at me the wrong way, like I don't really care about that either. Like, it's not my problem. It really isn't. So that being said, I'm Blind Assassin, MGTOW. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And definitely subscribe. Um, this is definitely a shout out to Batman. Um, Batman Revenge 6'4". Jonathan Harris, who I talked to. Um, Not trying to say her full name, but who've been my friend for almost a decade now. Um, shout out to um, Trex, AJ Chronicles, um, it's like a lot of MGTOW men. Um, AJ Reactions, aka Angry MGTOW. I haven't watched his videos for a while. Uh, Probably not gonna say it. I'm not. I didn't mean say Angry MGTOW. If nobody don't like him, then fine. But there were like some MGTOW videos and MGTOW brothers that helped me prosper, severely prosper in a good way. And there was some like instant bond, between the MGTOW brothers and eternal friendships. I'll say eternal friendships forever. Also give a shout out to Shaq, my friend as well. So I'll see you guys in the next month, and it's the last day of December. Not gonna be my final video, but still be videos on the go. Again, see you guys later. Peace.